Hello everyone, this is your teacher Mr. Gill, and I'm going to walk you through this supply and demand worksheet. You are responsible for turning in every problem in this packet, and it will be graded. It's worth 100 points in the assignments grading category. I will be doing most of the examples for you, so if you're following this video, you will be mostly done by the time you finish this video. If I'm going too fast, remember you can pause the video, you can even slow down the video. If I'm going too slow, you can speed up the video. If you know what you're doing, maybe you don't need the video. So this video is intended as a tool to help you. And we're going to start by just doing a quick overview of the supply and demand worksheet sort of info page right here. So first, what is supply? Well, supply represents the total amount of a product, good, or service that are available in a marketplace at a given price point. Supply is related to the capacity of a business or society to produce a given number of products in the market. What is demand? In economics, demand represents the consumer's desire, the willingness, the ability to purchase a product at a particular price point in the market. The demand for a product or products is impacted by income, taste, prices of related goods, the overall population, and expectations of the future. Supply and demand together are the basic elements of a market-based economy. Goods and services are produced for the price of those economic products. Goods and services are produced, and the price of those economic products are affected by both supply and demand for the products in the marketplace. As the supply of a product increases, the price of that product will fall based on market competitiveness. If the supply of a product falls, then the price of that product will rise due to a reduction in the amount of the product and its availability. However, if the demand for a product rises, then the price of that product will also rise due to the increase in the number of buyers for that product. On the other end, if demand for a product falls, the price will also fall to match the demand in the market. So this is the secret of how prices are determined according to mainstream economic models. Equilibrium is the place where there's balance between supply and demand. It's where the supply and demand graphs intersect. So if we have a graph that looks like this, our equilibrium is where they cross. When a market's in equilibrium, the price of the product has cleared the market, we say. And there are no surpluses or shortages experienced by the consumer. On the supply and demand graph, the equilibrium price is where the desires of consumers and producers match. There's an agreed upon quantity and price in the marketplace, and the price is said to have cleared. So then we have surpluses and shortages. This is a result of imbalance, and when the price is above the natural equilibrium, we get a surplus. Consumers of the product reduce their quantity demanded for the product, and as a result, there's a surplus of it until the product falls to equilibrium. There's a mismatch in what people are willing to make and what people are willing to buy. A shortage is the other situation. This is when the price of a product is below its natural equilibrium and the consumers of a product increase their quantity demanded for the product. The product will end up in a shortage until the price of the product rises. So let's go ahead and get into some examples. We're going to do number 1 and 2 together right now. Here we go. The first step when we look at this problem is to read the directions. We need to illustrate, which means draw, the demand and supply curves using the data. Okay, that's part 1, and then we're going to answer the questions. And then lastly, when we determine the surplus or shortage, we have a formula to use. So we'll use those for these questions right here. But first, let's graph the data. Quantity demanded at $30 is 0. Okay, we have price here, quantity here. The quantity demanded at $25 is 2. The quantity demanded at $20 is 4. The quantity demanded at $15 is 6. At $10, there's a demand for 10 of this item. And at $5, there's a demand for 15. So this is my demand curve, and I'm going to do my best to neatly connect these lines. If you have a ruler, that's the best bet. This is my demand curve, so I'm going to call it D. And make sure you label it. So now it's time to graph the supply curve. Supply curve is going to be the price and the quantity supplied at that price. So at $30, we have a quantity supplied of 13. At $25, we have a quantity supplied of 11. At $20, we have a quantity supplied of 9. At $15, we have a quantity supplied of 6. At $10, we have a quantity supplied of 3. And at $5, we have a quantity supplied of 0. So crossing these graphs, we notice that there's an equilibrium point right here. Okay? Let's go ahead and draw that out. So we have one equilibrium point. This gives us a equilibrium quantity, or a quantity at equilibrium, Q little e. And $15 becomes our price at equilibrium, or PE. This equilibrium gives us the answer to question A. What is the price where the quantity demanded? That's this, and the quantity supplied. Oops, forgot to do a label here. This is S for supply. Are equal, and they are equal at this quantity, 6. Oh, but the question is, what is the price? So they are equal at $15, and the quantity demanded and supplied at this price is 6. The surplus at $30, we need to use this formula, QS and QD, and we're talking about at $30. So if I draw a line here, let's say the price is set at $30 no matter what. Now we have a problem where there is 0 of this product being demanded. No one will be willing to buy it for $30, and the people making it would love if it cost $30 because they will make 13 of this product. So we have a surplus of 13. In other words, QS at $30 is 13. 13 minus 0 is 13. What is the shortage at $10? So at $10, we have to draw a different line at the level of 10. Okay, and then we have another mismatch. We're going to do QS minus QD. So following S supply down here, at $10, that quantity is 3. QS minus QD equals 3 minus, and so what's QD? QD at $10 is going to be 10. So 3 minus 10 equals -7. And I will ask that we express the shortages in negative terms. Okay, it's a shortage, so it means that we are short. We have less than we want. This is a negative number to represent that. All right, let's move on to number 2. And by the way, if you're wondering why we're doing something, please pause the video and let me know. Now that we're done with number 1, I want you to try number 2 on yourself. So you can pause this video and work on number 2 right now. But in the video, we're going to move on to number 3.